Hello, my name's Clive. I'm a volunteer here at the Battle of Britain Memorial. My main work, or my main task, is to man the reception desk and also control entry into the scramble experience. I also, obviously at the reception desk, meet all sorts of people as they come in, and it's nice to have that first reaction from them as they come onto the site. It's a challenging, rewarding, and a very joyful role. Well, a typical day is arriving on the site of the Battle of Britain Memorial, normally about 9:45. We open the doors at 10 o'clock. I have to make sure that reception is ready for people visiting the site. I have to make sure that the scramble experience is all switched on and working correctly, which is a fantastic room for people to visit. I then have to make sure that I haven't got any other tasks to do, and then wait for the customers to arrive. When they arrive, that's the enjoyable bit, because you say good morning, good afternoon, have you visited before? My favourite part is if they haven't visited before, I can then tell them all about the site before they start walking around. That's a really enjoyable part of the job. I've got two grandsons. They're grown up now, but when they were much younger, I used to take them around to all sorts of historical sites. Their favourite at the time was Dover Castle, so we often visited there. But then one day I knew this site was here, but I'd never visited it myself, and I came here with my two grandsons, and they absolutely thought the place was fantastic. And I learnt then that they were looking for volunteers, and I thought this is the perfect place to volunteer, because I knew the history of the Battle of Britain, nothing like I know now, mind you, because I've learnt such a lot by being here, but I knew what the Battle of Britain meant, and it was just a perfect opportunity to apply to be a volunteer, and I was accepted, and I've been here for, must be 10 years now. The favourite part of my role, I think, really is meeting the people. We meet people from all over the country, from Europe, from the States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. If they're visiting in this part of the UK, all of those people normally make an effort to come and look at the site. And we get people from Holland and Germany as well. And that is what I find rewarding, is meeting so many different types of people. You can almost choose how many hours you want to work in a week or a month. We are looking for volunteers to work at weekends. We are thin on the ground for the weekend workers, so anybody who would like to volunteer and like to come in on a Saturday or Sunday, they'd be very, very welcome. But there is no minimum commitment. Well, I have to say the scramble experience, which it is technically fantastic. There's so much touchscreen technology in there, so much information about the Battle of Britain. There isn't anything it doesn't answer if you've got a question about the Battle of Britain, and people just come out loving it. And of course, the major part of the experience is not just the information it gives you. We show a film that lasts 5 or 6 minutes going into battle with a Hurricane Squadron, and people come out with misty eyes and tears because it affects them so much, and it's so near reality to what it was actually like. But the other part about that I like is working with the other volunteers. We're a fabulous group of people. We get on so well, we have laugh and joke, and we all have the same interests. During my working life, I was in a job which was very, very responsible, meeting the public virtually every day of the week. And I used to enjoy that. And once you retire and that stops, something is missing. And this has given me the boost to start mixing and interacting with people by coming back and volunteering here. It's almost like being back to work, which was very, very enjoyable. I think it's because, one, they're interested in the history of the Battle of Britain, And two, is such a fantastic site to visit. I mean, it's in the beautiful Kent countryside, overlooking the Channel. On the right day, you can see France. And we have full-size replica aircraft outside. We have the Foxy Norris Wall, which has got all the names of all the flight crew that took part in the Battle of Britain. We've got the busts of Dowding and Parkes. So much outside to see, and such a wonderful aspect to the place. But then, of course, we've got inside. In the wing, we've got a fabulous souvenir shop and selling all sorts of items, some of them very, very rare, signed by pilots of the Battle of Britain, the few. Upstairs we have the Cockpit Cafe and the viewing terrace. And when you're in the cafe, you can see why the building is called the Wing, because the roof is shaped like the Spitfire wing. If you'd like to become a volunteer here at the Battle of Britain Memorial, please email us and we will welcome you with open arms, especially if you want to work at a weekend.